as Wilco makes a run ahead of him. Bergkamp suddenly changed pace through the centre. It's Bergkamp! That's magnificent! The move, and then this, which left Dabby's ass totally stranded.
Have that, you fouling, cheating, pushing, diving, shitty scumbags, you ginger swine. I'm doing my best not to swear. Stood there at the sideline getting a lesson in football. Again, this is what we should have. This is why we were so annoyed the first time, because your lot are cheating, diving people.
Danny, tell us how you really feel. Don't sit on the fence with this. Tell us how you really feel.
If I swear in the first couple of minutes, they get the right home. Anyway, hello and welcome to Bergkamp Wonderland, the home of the future Premier League champions. Yes, indeed, sir. With me tonight to do cartwheels, high fives, and maybe even a little bit of mansplaining. It's Deac. Right, Treacle.
What's going on? What a game! What a game! Holy shit, what a game.
I didn't make many notes for the game because other than them just fouling and cheating and trying to cheat their way to the game or pretending they're in.
I made notes.
I
made notes. All good. Okay, all right. I
was cutting and pasting them into the pod WhatsApp group because they're all too cheap to go and be able to watch this game. I watched it. It was great. It was really good.
Fantastic game.
Let's just say hello to some of the wonderful gooners that are in the chat. Actually, remind me, I've got to go up to the top of my notes because I've got some high fives to hand out. I don't do high fives. If you approach me and go to high five me, I'll say, "Excuse me, sir, I'm English. I hope you're going to slap me with that hand." I do not high five. Matt Sanasi is there in sunny Australia. Hello, Matt. It's been a while. Mr. Waffles in rainy Portland. How do? Ray Anderson in sunny Jamaica. An Englishman in Canada. I think he's giving it away. Joshua Page, never know where he's up to. It was a secret. Carlito Elguna. Hello. How are you? Sai is there. We won. They lost. All in all, a good day. Our very own Mr. Selby is there. Thought everyone the biggest losers tonight. Spurs had to come out on top. We might have a minute's silence at the end of the show for Spurs for yet another trophyless season. But we'll save that for later because we wouldn't like to poke fun at them like up the road. Kalito is the Streamlabs is nicely there. Englishman in Canada says, good evening. Avon, not Teddington, is here. Boy 10, prepare to get some praise, sir. Mike Hertz is here. We had another person whose name ends in Z earlier. Wonder if they're here. They're not there. What was their name? It was something.
It was Hertz. It was Hertz.
Hertz. We had a Hertz and a Hers. I don't know if you two are related. FK Daesh, by the way. Oh, FK, yes, we know what that means. Why could Arsenal do this at Everton? Because they were busy fouling and cheating and playing up for the manager. Now they're not going to bother. John Hazy is there. Phil Macker. I don't think Nick is here, so you're safe. You can put your usual nonsense and lots of numbers. Crimson Pirates, thank you much. And cheers for renewing your subscription on Twitch. Joshua Page is in Minnesota, home of the Vikings. Lovely. Ron Ree. Shh, don't ruin it, Ron Ree. You're going to get a high five in a minute as well. Actually, you're going to get a gentleman's nod. AFC Max. Hey, Gooners. Australian Gooner, we won and the Spurs lost. That's two Australian Gooners, Max. Are you Max who does the Australian? No.
Collecting them.
There is a podcast with...
Is it his profile picture is Ashburton Army, I think?
Yeah. Oh.
Nice. Ashburton Army. I love the Ashburton Army. It's like a
You're too old.
No, I can enjoy it. I can fucking enjoy it. It's just nice. It's like a breath of fresh air into the stands. I'm really enjoying it.
Pete says, hey, we are the Monkeys, except we're not, but we're top of the league. Right. Gentlemen, prepare yourself, and ladies, if there are any watching, for a gentleman's nod of approval. Boy 10 Dio, Ron Ree, Brady's Banana, Paul Nell. Well done, sirs. All predicted 4-0. Give yourselves a pat on the back, and when no one's looking, a gentleman's tickle. But you keep that to yourself, and we don't want to know what happens at the end. Right, Deac.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on the game?
We'll talk about lineup, I guess. No changes there. It's good to see Trossard keeping. No, I'm not surprised. I'm Trossard deserves to keep his spot. It's not weird now to see the sort of rejuvenation of Martinelli. Since the loss of Gabriel Jesus, we were trying to figure out why Martinelli hasn't been performing very well. We didn't know if it was because it was like a Brazilian thing. They were connected, like, I don't know, they play same time. But it's obviously because of the false nine. Gabriel Jesus plays that kind of false nine-esque striker. And Trossard's doing that, and it's no wonder that Trossard's got 3 assists now or something like that. Was it for Martinelli, or 2 assists or whatever for Martinelli? They're just linking up so well. But the game definitely didn't start like that. It was interesting to see Mopé to start for Everton. I didn't see that one coming, but then I guess they just don't have any strikers, so they have to play the piece of crap up front.
What a nasty little scrote. I think I can say scrote on YouTube. Boy, yes. 10, did you hear that I gave you a gentleman's nod for getting 4-0 right? Deac is here. Hello, Deac. How you doing? Nice to see you. So would you put that down to Eddie just not really being able to do the role that we require?
Yeah, well, that's
Trossard coming in and going, hold my bit. Hold my waffles. This is how you do it, son. Take a seat.
Exactly. Once again, Eddie's a poacher. You know what I mean? He's not a false nine. He's a lot of the time he's sitting in that penalty box. He's not dropping deep to receive the ball, which is how he plays. That's his style of play. That's whatever. But Trossard has that ability to swap places, interlink very, very well, and he's performed fantastically with Martinelli the last few games. They are on fire right now, both of them. So I'm so happy about that. Martinelli's back in the good books. Saka scoring as well. So it's where we need the goals. I felt like Eddie should have scored late on in the last moments of the game.
I think everybody should have scored late on.
With a Partey through ball over the top was just fucking beautiful. But it's moments like that. He's got to try and get hold of the appearances because Gabriel Jesus is coming back. Trossard can do it. We're going to go in the summer or we're going to make a signing in this up front if we can. So who knows what's going to happen in a year's time, because Eddie needs to step up in moments like this. He really does. But yeah, the lineup's pretty self-explanatory.
I do like it, and I love the overlap and the underlap that they all do. And you never know. I mean, if Premier League players haven't got enough trouble with Saka and Martinelli and their pace and knowing they can swap sides at any moment, we have now got all 3 of them, and even Odegaard can do that. And then you've got Zinchenko joining in and then going on the back, as I've got a bit of an itch on the back of my neck, and my mum isn't here, and Sean's abandoned me, and my cat is. I think my cat's dying. Are you dead yet, Betty? Are you dead? Are you dead? No, she's not. Still breathing. She'll make a lovely rug. Yes, so that was really good. And we've got so many attacking options. And what do you think? I asked Chris this. What do you think to the people that are going, Jesus is coming back. He's going to, as soon as he's fit, he'll be playing and scoring goals. It's not what's going to happen, is it?
I think it's going to breathe a breath of fresh air into the team. Seeing SR get minutes late on as well, which was really nice to see. We should have really probably scored 2. But yeah, I don't think he's going to score goals, but I think he's going to do those moments of glory on and off the ball, bringing the ball into dangerous zones to maybe assist someone else. Who knows? But the second coming of Gabriel Jesus is fast approaching. And I am a very excited little boy.
Do you think we've changed the way we play football since he last played for us? Because that was the end of November, I think it was the last.
We were unsure about anyone apart from Eddie and Nketiah, weren't we? And Eddie's not like a false nine. What Gabriel, he doesn't play the same game as Gabriel Jesus. He plays very much like a conventional striker, really. An old school poacher. So we had to kind of change our style of play, and now we're kind of reverting back to that Gabriel Jesus style of false nine, dropping deep and interlinking with the wingers, Saka and Martinelli. And that's the reason why they've been so prevalent the last couple of games. They're getting on the score sheet. Martinelli getting himself a brace today. This is brilliant. This is 4 in 3. Martinelli is on fire right now, and it's all to do with Trossard and the ability to be interlinking with him. I really, really do think that.
And like someone else put in the chat earlier on, they made a good point. That was Jimmy H. Hello, Jimmy. We can't at fuck knows what that's meant to say. Can we have a moment that we didn't want to pay 80 million for potential when we got 25 million Trossard?
Yeah.
I think I know what you kind of mean there. As in,
we're talking about Muddy.
He's not happy already, is he?
Yeah. What's going on with Potter and Chelsea and the fans and Mudryk, and it's all just fucking falling apart already. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fucking meltdown that they're having. It's brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff.
It is absolutely wonderful to see. And like Loki says, the Chicken Fiddlers lost as well. Yeah, lost to the mighty Sheffield United.
Beautiful.
If you're wondering who they are, they're not a Premier League team. When they were a Premier League team, they went straight back down the next season. So they had 2 seasons.
We call them a yo-yo club. Club.
Starting off the beginning of the game, 11th minute, trying to walk the ball into the box. I missed out the bit where Onana went down after about 2 minutes and claiming that he'd been murdered.
Yes, well, he died a few times, actually. I don't know if you saw that.
He
died a few times. Luckily, he respawned. But he died a few times.
It's just got a little thing. He rose from the dead because he got up and carried on playing. Spent most of the first 20 minutes trying to walk into the box, mainly down the left-hand side. Really didn't get any joy. 21st minute, if you've got anything between those?
I've got, this is my opening segments. Apart from guessing the goals and score for the game, I was like, why don't we try and guess when Pickford gets a yellow card for time wasting? At what minute do you think he'll get it? You know what I mean? Because from the 5th minute in the game, he was time wasting. I was like, what is this? What is this? Anyway, but yeah, really poor opening 20 minutes. Poor from Martinelli 21st minute. Really poor opening for 30 minutes. That's my first few segments. Not great. Not a great start. Not a great start. One of the worst starts. I was blown away with Everton playing so aggressive. They're playing so aggressive.
Oh, because it's worked. It's worked. I mean, he's played 4 games as manager, won 2 and lost 2. So I think he thinks that's the way it's going to be. But didn't really turn out that way. Have you got anything else before the 21st minute?
Apart from Jorginho, poor start, Odegaard, poor passing and start from both of those. I think we really struggled through the middle with Jorginho and Odegaard. I think that's where we were struggling. Once they got into the game, it was a bit better. But obviously, we made a substitution at halftime. Which was the correct decision, and you start to see what he can do, and you're just like, oh my god, he's a fantastic player.
It is wonderful. Up at the 21st minute, Onana at it yet again, going down, pretending to be hurt, and then Malpe. I tried to get a screen grab, but I was too angry, and then by the time I tried to press it, he'd gone. But Malpe was in the middle of the pitch, standing with Xhaka, Gabriel, and the referee, pointing at both of them, and I think he shoved one of them. I think he shoved Xhaka, and then just pointing and going off at them. Meanwhile, everyone else is all having a team chit-chat, and Malpe's just going off at them. I don't know why Trossard or Ben White, who've both played with him, didn't come up to him and tell him to shut his trap. He was going to get an elbow in the face. Yeah. Absolute shithouse. Yeah. And then 31st minute, Onana, for the 3rd time, drops like he's been shot, and this time he was down for quite a while. I mean, that, and with the like you're saying, with the Pickford goal kicks, where he's doing that. He takes before he takes his round, he gives his chest a little slap. I don't know if he does that because he's on the spectrum somewhere and needs to do that before he turns the light switch on and off 42 times. Yeah. But I was going to start counting how long. One of us in the group did it for the Villa game with Martinez. They're counting how long he had the ball for each time. They did it for the first half, and each one was about 20 or 30 seconds. But it is something the referee needs to look at, because if you're starting time waste from the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game, then that's just ruining the whole point of playing football, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sick of. I hate that style of football. It's just well, it's not even football. I call it anti-football. It's not football, is it? It's absolutely fucking shithousery at its best. I can't stand it. And that's the reason why we support Arsenal, because we like watching good football. So, like
Josh says, Pickford should 100% not be England's number 1. He's a very average goalkeeper. He's just mouthy and gingery.
The only reason he's in the team is because Southgate's an old-fashioned manager, and he doesn't like the idea of playing out the back because he doesn't know how to fucking do it. That's the reason why Maguire keeps his spot, and that's why Pickford keeps his spot, because they're both old-fashioned players with an old-fashioned manager, with an old-fashioned mentality, playing an old-fashioned way. Boring.
Loki says, feel sorry for Iwobi, too good for that garbage. He was playing under Lampard. He was playing through the middle, and he was their best player all season.
Yeah.
And then Ginger comes in and puts him on the wing, and he was still quite impressive, wasn't he? He worked really hard.
Yeah, he worked. He was running and making runs until the last moments of the game. There's like 4 of them closing him down. I liked Iwobi. He was a good football player, but the best thing he did for Arsenal was get us £40 million.
I was looking at that today. The money from him and Walcott, I think it was 34 and 22. I thought it was about 40 and 30, but I think because they didn't win anything, the amount of money
go
they
up
made
to 40. It's like, probably like 30 million, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. First goal, 39th minute. Tell us all about it.
I can't even remember. It was Martinelli that scored. How would it? Because I can't rewatch the video because it ain't up on Sky Sports yet.
Yes.
So I can't remember.
Saka. White gives the ball to Zinchenko on the right hand side. He threads it through to Saka, and Saka runs at goal and he spanks it really hard, goes up into the top of the net. Absolutely stunning goal.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry. Yeah, of course.
When there's 4 goals and it's been Saka all night, it's easy to forget.
See, the thing is with Saka is defenders like Tarkowski. I think Tarkowski had a good game today. He's a fairly decent centre back. But when you're told to push Saka onto his weak, I don't call it his weak foot because it's not really weak. Yeah. It's like he's just slightly less strong. So it's got his strong foot and he's slightly less strong foot. That's his right foot. But you push him on his weak foot and then he goes and does shit like that. That's like the second time he's done it this season where he's rifled it into the roof of the net with his weak foot. Unbelievable ability. Genuinely blown away with how such a great football player he is already at 21 years old. I'm just... At what point... And obviously there's rumours about it as well that he's pretty much on course to sign his contract now. Martinelli's been done. Saka is just about to be done. Then it's going to be working on Saliba and Ramsdale. And, getting these guys under long contracts, it pretty much sets us up for the next 5, possibly maybe more years. Do you know what I mean? So, a player of that quality scoring, goals of that quality is something that we're getting expectant of it. We're not necessarily just completely blasé with it, but we're not shocked now when goals are scored like that. You're kind of like, Saka does. That's what Saka does.
It is indeed. Jacquin makes a good point here. What a massive win. We have shown real character today, the mentality of true champions.
Agreed.
I think Si's going to have something positive to say here. It's everyone brace yourselves. Saka's goal would have tore Pickford's hand had he touched the ball. Jimmy H makes a good point here as well. How can you have an England goalkeeper who's about to get relegated yet have Rambo who is top of the league and can't get a sniff?
Not even Pope. Pope. If you don't want to have the Arsenal bias... If you don't have the Arsenal bias, then go for Pope. Yeah. He's got gold. He's got the Golden Glove at the moment. He's got the Golden Glove for the league. Newcastle have conceded the least amount in the league, and still not number 1 for England. So regardless of whether the Arsenal bias or whatever, I still don't understand Pickford. But I told you why. Because Southgate, old-fashioned manager, old-fashioned style of play. He's not going to play out from the back. He'd shit himself. He doesn't have to play out from the back. Crazy talk. Like garlic bread.
Yeah. What?
Like garlic bread. Do you remember, what was it? That comedian? Can't remember that comedian. Peter Kay. Garlic bread. It's from the future.
Garlic.
It always reminds me of that. That's it. Yeah.
Colo's Used Cars, again sponsoring the podcast. He has a 1982 Citroen AX. If anybody wants it, it's £4,500, no wheels and no MOT. Seeing where our former players are now explains why we were dropping towards mid-table because they're mid-table players. That is how long we've been going? 80 minutes. I think that's a fucking good reason. That's brilliant, Colo. That's so true. We were shit because of all of our shit players, and now at other clubs doing shit. That's why we were shit. Apart from a couple of good ones, they're the ones we kept. That's why we're top of the table.
Generally how football works.
That's good. I never thought of putting it that way. How many ex-Arsenal players have actually gone anywhere and done anything apart from a couple of legends? All.
Yeah, the majority is poor. The majority is poor.
Good. I'm going to use that in the pod next week. I'm going to claim that for my own, Colo. I'm going to delete you from the internet. Jack 4343, my favourite formation. New rule, a bomb is placed inside the ball and it can remotely be set off by VAR if the keeper holds it for more than 15 seconds. Let them try their luck and waste time. I agree with that. Anybody not want to do that with the ball? 15 seconds? Boom. Love it. Saka's is the ultimate win this Saka signing is the ultimate win this season, says Pete. Lovely. Boy 10 says both Arsenal fans and the world are still catching up with just how good Saka is. Josh says Pete has little T-Rex arms. Jack, Southgate loves a keeper with dinosaur arms.
Yeah, with a dinosaur mentality.
Phil says ex-Arsenal goalies everywhere. Mr. Waffles, hit like or we'll assume you're a Spurs fan.
Nice,
Data
nice.
says Nabry is the only regretful sale recently. Yeah, well, that still hurts.
In hindsight, we didn't regret it for a while. So,
I remember after we sold him, or just the summer that we were about to sell him, he went to the Olympics with Germany, and he was banging in goals all over the place there. And we thought, oh my God, what a player! And then he went on to be brilliant. Matt D'Souza is finally turned up and says, win 4-0 and Spurs get dumped out the cup. Magic. Oh, Mr. Rancid Pumpkin is here. Better late than never. Never or never. Either one. Jack says, there will be a warning signal first. I'm a humanity. He's not a monster. Don't worry. So, well, if we let the decision to VAR, it could be 5 seconds for Arsenal and 25 seconds for everyone. Oh, this unfortunately got legs. Could we time the bomb at 2 seconds when we play Everton, says Phil. Yes, says Rudy. And Zaid says, oi, oi, cheeky monkeys. There you go. Nanu, you cheeky monkey bitches.
Very nice.
That's
second goal.
The older ones.
Second goal.
Where am I up to in my notes now?
I've just got second goal.
Yeah,
second goal. Brilliant closing down. For me, the sentence of the day goes, always play to the whistle.
See, I thought it was a shoddy pass back, but John said, no, it wasn't. No, Femi was there, and Femi said it was he thought the whistle had gone. No.
Yeah.
He was waiting. He thought he heard the whistle is what.
Yeah. So the Everton players were switching off, but Martinelli, these are the moments where, when they go, oh, the whistle's going, but it's still put in the back of the net or whatever. It's moments like this when you assume the whistle to go or something to happen, and the ball is what keeps you onside to be able to bury it into the back of the net. I am so fucking happy that we played to the whistle. So fucking happy. Brilliant closing down play from the two players that are basically leading the line for us this season with Saka and Martinelli. One player that cost us 7 million quid and one player that hasn't cost us a single penny, because we reached over the fence at Watford training ground when he was about 4 and went, we'll fucking have this one. There we fucking
little
go.
Boy, got some sweeties.
Yeah, come over here. We'll sort you out.
For those at home on the bus, on the toilet, jogging, riding, and not looking at the screen, the first picture you can see here, this is just as the bloke in the middle, Idris Gay, is it? Yeah, he's got the ball, and he thinks he hears the whistle, and then the linesman has just put up a 4-minute sign. Now, you look how far there, people, how far away Saka is to our left and Martinelli is to our right. And then you look half a second later how close they both are to him. They both went on him like a pack of hounds on a stinky. What do they go after? Skunks? No,
I guess so.
Moose? I don't know. Whatever hounds go after. Ducks. And didn't mess around. Straight in there. We'll have that. And then the referee went, and the linesman went, no, that's offside. VAR checked it, and for once, VAR was on our side. Typically, it's in a game where it wouldn't have made any difference. Actually, do you think we'd have still gone on to win if it would have? I think we would have still won the game. I don't think Everton were coming to the game for a draw. They were trying to put pressure on us and everything like that, but they don't have anything to respond with. They've got nothing to respond with. They've got such a subpar team at the moment. It's one of the worst Everton sides I've seen in years, and the results are showing it. So that's not saying that.
I was thinking during the game, I was like, if Everton get relegated, who would you take from Everton? Maybe Onana, maybe.
I don't want him after today's game.
But this is my point, But just on technique alone, he's a decent player. But that's the only name I can think about that would go anywhere near this team, and it wouldn't even be a starter. That would be kind of like that's someone that's going to compete. But we're going to go for bigger, better players. Obviously, we're going for Declan Rice and Caicedo, hopefully. But we're completely unified, completely together. You're showing loads of pictures of the boys this evening. And, brilliant stuff. Very, very happy. Second goal, play to the whistle. Always, always play to the whistle.
Excellent. What they're saying in the chat. There's 82 people watching here. How many thumbs up do you reckon we got without looking?
12.
29.
I've got a 2 in there. I'll take it.
29 is pretty dumb having to go and prove
pretty poor, gentlemen.
There's only one. 29. That's if we get this up to 10,000 subs, we will do it naked for the next 8 hours. So there you go. That's it. If you want it. Going back to what people were saying in the chat, data says Wednesday, April the 26th is the big one. Is that Man City away?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm just guessing.
Yes.
Rudy says first half was poor though. Second half was easy.
Yes.
Joshua Page says, who do you have getting relegated, Deac? Because Chris talked about this.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see Everton get relegated. I think Leeds would be great to see them get relegated. There's a couple of players that I wouldn't mind stealing off them. Is it Rodri?
Yes.
Rodrigo.
Somerville as well.
Somerville's a good player. I like Somerville. Taylor Adams is a decent player. Harrison's decent little player. They've got quite a few little players that you could probably pick up for like 50 million a pop and just fill the squad up with really decent Premier League proven players. And then probably Bournemouth. I think Wolves will come out of it. I think Bournemouth will probably go down. They just don't have the legs as per usual. We're going to be playing them soon. I'm pretty sure. We're playing them on Saturday, aren't we? Bournemouth.
Yep, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I just don't think they ain't got enough. So, but I would like to see Everton. If Everton don't go down, they don't go down. But I wouldn't mind seeing a big club like that just get picked apart like a garage sale. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah, it happens quite a lot. It regularly happened to West Ham. In some of the West Ham teams that went down, they're like Lampard, Ferdinand, and someone was saying it the other day. Someone listing some of the players they had. You think, wow, how did that team go down?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zaid says he cannot pay to clean the toilets at the Emirates.
Okay. Touche. Fair. I would take that.
Don't sub, please. Don't sub, says Avon.
Yeah, don't sub. Don't subscribe to the channel. Just don't do it. Stop.
Don't use money. You don't cost anything on YouTube. And then Boy 10 says, stop liking the video. I can't see Danny naked. Well, I've got a little picture that I save for special occasions. Who was your man of the match? Says Rudy. His was Saka.
It has to be Martinelli. I know he's got the 2. I know it's the cliche option, but the guy's been on lightning form the last few games. This is 4 in 3. He's had another great game today with 2 goals. Kind of always puts his body on the line to get the win for Arsenal. Love that about him. Great tracking back of quality as well. Always doubling up on Iwobi. Doing really well at helping out Zinchenko, available to do the defensive work. So he's not only got that ability to go forward, but even the final goal, I'm pretty sure he's in the middle of the park in the number 10 spot, Martinelli, and plays the ball out wide to Xhaka, who plays it onwards to Trossard. So he's brilliant. He's brilliant. He's a good player, Martinelli. Great player.
Loki says, thumbs up, you fringy, you free. It's free, you stingy dukers. I don't even know what that means. Oh, Rudy's got some quotes. Arsenal boss Arteta, if asked if his side are Premier League favourites, he says he smiles before saying, "You know my answer." What I like is that everyone has the enthusiasm to do it, and I'm not going to stop that. Good.
Love it.
Pumpkin says, at this moment in time, Mudryk or Trossard? Oh, Trossard.
No, well, that's just a silly question. It'll be, well, who knows in a few years' time if Mudryk ends up getting going or whatever. Or we'll see what happens to him. Is he going to be Is he going to be Freddie Adu, or is he going to be someone else? Let's see.
Pete asks, is the Trossard, Martinelli, Odegaard our new front three, and with Eddie sidelined? Yeah,
I can't see Eddie getting back in this side at the moment. Can't see it. And then Jesus will be back. Who knows? We'll start seeing less and less of Eddie. He's going to be playing Europa League games. He's still very much needed. He's going to be playing Europa League games.
Avon asks, did Partey's performance in the second half demonstrate why Jorginho is just a backup? A bit harsh, that, isn't it?
Yes. Partey is number one.
Saka. I mean, I think a shout should go for Zinchenko. Sometimes I get annoyed with the way he plays football. I thought today he was instrumental in 2 or 3 of the goals, and he played really well.
He was brilliant. He was brilliant. I love him. And that's, once again, is why I think Tierney's probably going to get sold in the summer. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Tavares as well. I think they're both probably going to go. I see Tierney at Newcastle for like 40 million quid.
Yeah,
that's probably what's going to happen. You know, they can't keep relying on Dan Burn. Signing someone like for Tierney for someone like Eddie Howe, I think that's a no-brainer for them.
Yeah, he does love his attacking fullbacks. He's got the who's the one on their right back they got from Atletico?
They got Trippier. He's been Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier. He's been fantastic for Newcastle this year. He should be the starting right back for England because he's been brilliant so far. Brilliant, and he's got the free kick ability as well.
Half time, Partey on for Jorginho. You surprised by that?
No, I thought Jorginho had a really, really bad game. Probably the worst game we saw him play so far in an Arsenal shirt. He got into the game towards the end, but, you know, moments like this when we're chasing the title, we need players to be playing 100% for 90 minutes. So Partey comes on and proves why Partey is the main man when it comes to the middle of the park. I'll say.
I agree with that. So my next note is... the 56th minute, just more fouling, shoving, pulling, cheating and diving and pulling our players down. They are shit. And then the Odegaard goal. So anything up to the Odegaard goal, and then talk us through the Odegaard goal. If
Zinny made the run through the middle. So exactly what you were saying with regards to Zinchenko. Makes a run through the middle. Martinelli's in the number 10 spot, plays it out wide to Xhaka, who plays it out wide to Trossard, and then beautifully picks out a pass and cuts it back. Is that right? That's the goal, isn't it? And then plays it into Odegaard and he buries it. That's right.
Yeah. Xhaka passed it left to Trossard, who sprints into the box and cuts it back. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, cool.
And it hit a player as it was going in, but it didn't make any difference because it would have ended up in the back of the net anyway.
Yeah. If it's the shots on target, it's classed as his goal, so it's fine. It's good. I thought Odegaard had a poor game up until that moment. He was struggling to get involved in the game. Martin Odegaard. It was him and Jorginho for me that were the ones that were kind of lacking in the first half. But obviously we saw a change with regards to Partey, and Martin Odegaard finished the game very strong.
Jimmy says, as more and more games go on, Eddie shows more and more he is not at the level for this club. As fans, we always hold a player because they mean something to them. Is it time to cash in?
The thing is, we gave him the contract, right? I know he's on 100 grand and everything like that, but we gave him a contract not because it was a smart option as a cheap option. He scored his goals this season. He would play for a mid-table club in the Premier League very, very easily. Do you know what I mean? I can see him doing well at Newcastle, something like that. But, we need it on a consistent basis. But the contract wasn't only just because of that, but it was also to keep his value and increase his value. I think you could probably get 40, 45, maybe 50 million pound possibly for Eddie Nketiah. He's a young striker, Premier League proven. He's got the legs. He's got a great work ethic. He gets involved and he does score goals. Okay, maybe not for us all the time, but he does score goals. And he's English and he's young and he's ready. He wants to obviously do stuff, but he's not going to do it here, unfortunately, because we've stepped up from his level as we did with Rob Holding. As much as I love the player, we've stepped past that now. We've gone past the Holding days of bringing him on and hoping for the best. We don't really. We've done that. What? How many times this season? 2.
He's played 7 Premier League games.
There we go. We're barely doing it now. He's
got to make 10 now, otherwise he doesn't get an official medal.
Well, I want him to get a medal because I love Rob Holding, but we're above that now. We're above that level of quality. We need better backups to our centre backs. Rob Holding's never going to get ahead of Saliba in 1,000 years, in a trillion years.
And Vieira.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't see it. I can't see it. But we're just another level right now. We really are.
A quote here from Rudy. Arteta on Martinelli and Trossard's relationship. He quote, I think relationships I think relationships build in teams naturally. He has even more chemistry with Fabio when you see them play. He's building that with Leo, and his confidence is high again, and he's in a good mood.
I agree. Was that a direct quote?
Yeah. Just missed out
yeah,
marks.
yeah. That's brilliant, fantastic. I'm so happy that you can see the connection. Did you see that chest pass that Fabio Vieira made?
I didn't notice. He seems to be up for it. He was pinging balls all over the place.
Kind of leant back and it kind of skimmed off his chest. I was like, what the fuck am I watching now? This is crazy football.
Avon says Sky's highlights are up. Don't go watch them now, though.
I'm going to just get up on the second screen.
So Nicholas says, sometimes I can't believe Saka and Martinelli are both just 21 years old and going to be here for the foreseeable future. Easy to build around that year after year. So true. You get if you'd have got Martinelli, Saka, Smith Rowe, or any of those young men, any one Premier League team, that Premier League team would build their club around that man for the next decade. That's what they'd want to do. And we have 3 of them. And that's just forwards.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. We've got such a good team.
Rudy says Odegaard needs to work on his consistency. The guy is a joy to watch.
Agreed.
Might save some questions for later. Boy 10, give 50 million for Eddie. Snap their hands off for that one. Who's Give? Who's Gib? I mean, if someone offers to give, maybe.
Yeah, give us 50 million Gib.
Rice has said he wants to be in London. Oh, Kiora. Kiora.
I can't. You're making me mess it up.
On Kiora, it's easier. Can't wait to see him facing Rob Holding.
Kivior. It's Kivior.
No, there's no V in it.
Kivior. It's pronounced Kivior.
Kiora and Smith Rowe both played the first half for the under-21s in a 1-0 loss at Chelsea midweek. So that was good. So he is playing, getting used to the Arsenal system. And lots of numbers. Don't want Rice, not an Arsenal player ever. Overrated and far too expensive, 80 million. I don't like him. I don't want him. I want matey boy from Dortmund, Jude Bellingham.
We're
the money for him.
We're never going to get Jude Bellingham.
King
never
Ali
going to
says,
get Jude Bellingham.
Arsenal are amazing today.
I'll tell you what. Sorry, one question. If we win the league,
he'll want to come. He'll want to come play with his mate Saka. England legends in the making.
If we win the league, Jude Bellingham is that not, guys in chat? If we win the league, is Jude Bellingham a realistic option? I want to know.
I don't even know what fucking day it is. So it says Peter Drury was singing Zinchenko's song today. Yeah, he was at the end. He was saying what the fans was. Did you watch the game?
Yes.
Yeah. He was saying he was explaining what the Zinchenko song was. Good job, because I didn't know that's what they were singing. But bloody hell, was that crowd loud today? Oh, wow.
Gold! It's gold. Yeah, gold.
Yeah.
Always believing the soul.
Because Martin Kemp come on Twitter, didn't he?
He sang it. He sang it. Yeah, he sang it. He's an Arsenal fan. He sang it.
Yeah. Right, going to move on to 72nd minute. Eddie and Vieira on for Trossard and Xhaka. 73rd minute, another great chance. Everton are falling apart. Martinelli gets to the byline, crosses it, but no one gets there in time to put it in. 76th minute. Playing Ole, which went on for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, I made a note of that. I've not heard the Olays in a long time at the Emirates.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and I was like, oh, they're doing the Ole. This is great. We're all enjoying ourselves. It's good. I was happy about that. I was happy about the Olays. Very happy about the Olays.
Phil's been a little bit mean here. He says if Arsenal get Bellingham, Danny is getting Kylie Minogue. I'm more of a Danny Minogue person myself. And Deac is spelled completely wrong. Is the next Bond. Get real. Are you the Bond? I mean, you do acting.
I'd say, well, I've just got back into acting. I've got a short film this weekend. I'm going to be an extra in an upcoming BBC series, the same people that created Peaky Blinders. So, Bond.
Because you do have a wide range of hats. Is that why they picked
you? Yes, a wide range of hats. I could introduce that. No, I'm not going to do hats to James Bond. I'm going to be doing everything class. I'm going to be was it 20 no's is a yes? Was it Sean Connery in Family Guy? I can't remember now. I don't know which one it is. It's like 7 no's is yes.
It says winning the league has nothing to do with signing Bellingham. It's all about the money. Indeed. Another quote from Rudy. Cheers, Rudy. Ben White on if Arsenal are feeling the pressure. Quote, no, I mean, looking at us today, I didn't look like we were feeling any in any way, the pressure. We are just doing what we've done the whole season and just keep pushing. I'm going home to not watch Match of the Day. I think he added on the end of that, which we didn't really see. Oh, look, he's finally crawled out of the gutter. Lodato, you scumbag. Marty with a brace, the future of football. You shut up and get back down. Who is that in that picture? Don't tell me that's you. That person looks like they've had a wash. Can't be you. Yes. Right, moving on. Where were we up to? Playing Ole ball on the 76th minute. 77. Saka had a good chance and tried to lob the keeper from only a few feet away, and that was another close one. And then the last goal, Deac. Have you got any notes on the last goal?
I've got ESR coming on 80 minutes, which was really nice. I think getting minutes under his belt, which is brilliant. There was a moment where Partey plays the ball over the top for Eddie Nketiah. I thought that was an opportunity for Eddie to score. And this is an opportunity where he needs to be scoring, not even just for the goal difference battle in the league, but he needs to perform now, especially with Gabriel as he's coming back. And then Vieira rifles it and it's all over the fucking shop. Let me just rewatch the goal. It was Zinny playing the ball, plays it beautifully. The pass from Zinchenko through to Eddie, but the run and time from Eddie was fantastic. I know he's not got a goal today in that particular situation with the Partey over the ball at the top, but that was a lovely, lovely run from him. Plays the ball perfectly into Martinelli, who just toe taps it right through Pickford's legs. Very fantastic stuff. Beautiful stuff. I'm very happy with the game overall. But Zinchenko is just phenomenal. I loved the moment Arteta started using inverted wing backs with the introduction of Zinchenko this season. I love inverted wing backs on FM, and I love them here in real life now. It's brilliant.
Can't argue with that. Wasn't even looking at if anybody is on Twitch. I didn't have my Twitch screen up. Deac resubscribed with Prime. See, that's the way you do it. It costs him nothing. Jeff Bezos loses £1.
Yes.
Wonderful. We actually got money from YouTube the other day. I think we got 71 quid for 3 months.
Jesus Christ. What's going on there?
And the bloke who hosts our website is a mate of mine. He hasn't charged me this year. That's 75 quid saved.
Profit.
Ding fucking dong. I'm only about 1,100 quid down on the podcast. Wonderful.
Come on.
I know. It's almost unreal. Joshua Page says Man City, Real Madrid, he'll be on 350k.
Yeah,
easy.
we know. We know.
No,
but I was just asking, just in a dream world, could we punch with the best of them? Just let me have it.
So Nicholas says, what's really impressed me about Trossard is he almost always looks calm, composed, and is looking for others. He might even need to be a bit more selfish at times. Loving that addition. He's got boggly eyes. So rather than having 20/20 vision, I think he's got 40/40 vision. So he can see slightly behind him when he's running. That's why you can't get the ball off him. Simple. It's biology.
I loved the fact that we bought Trossard. I thought it was a brilliant signing. He's had a good season at Brighton. Okay, fell out with Brighton towards the end just before the World Cup and stuff, but he's been brilliant. And so far, he's been fantastic in an Arsenal shirt too. So long may it last, I say. Long may it.
Avon says, Danny owes £71 to Josh and Carl. Carl didn't even reply whether he's available for the last podcast. Mr. Not Teddington. How dare you, sir? I pay all the bills. These freeloaders just don't bother turning up. I don't even get replies now. Josh just went, nah, can't do it, mate. Probably off down the beach with his bucket and spade. Scumbag. And BX says,
why do you go? Why is it a thing going to the beach and just wanting to dig the biggest hole that you can? Guys, can we ask a question? Why is that a thing? Why do we do this? We all comply with it.
I moved in here nearly 30 years ago, and Monkey Boy Matt went in the back garden, and he was just, he's like he's on speed all the time. So can I dig a hole in the garden? He just went out there and dug a massive hole. We went back out there about 3 years later, and it's full of dead hedgehogs. To this day, that makes me sad. I didn't even think about it. There's only about 3 in there. I thought, you dickhead. Then when I had the garden landscaped, I had to get, where's all your mud gone, mate? I think it's in the bushes, because we live in the countryside. He went out and dug a massive hole you could lay down in for no reason. What an absolute muppet. But he's an Arsenal fan, so I'll let him away with it. My notes, right. So we talked a little bit about that last goal. 81st minute. This is the moment where you were wiping the tears away. Like you just said, ESR and KT on for Saka and Zinni. ESR playing on the left, which I would have thought ESR would have come on for Odegaard, which is a bit...
obviously we signed Trossard, but Trossard's proving he's playing it through the middle of the park and he's doing it very, very well. It allows the availability of ESR to be able to replace Martinelli on the left-hand side. If Gabriel Jesus was back, I probably would see ESR replace Odegaard, but it gives ESR the opportunity to get some legs in a position that he's more familiar with. He should have scored.
Good. Mr. Waffles said he doesn't dig holes in the beach. I don't go to the beach.
Everyone digs holes. Just, men dig holes. But I don't know why.
My mum saves hedgehogs. She even got me to buy some hedgehog houses from Amazon so they could have somewhere to live. I couldn't ever tell her about the hedgehog story. 3 dead hedgehogs. Would be sad times. Chris says Josh will have to wear a blanket to the beach to protect his skin. He is. He's like snot. He's translucent. And finally, they nearly scored at the end. 91st minute. Ramsdale octopus arms. Bloody hell, that's close, wasn't it?
What a save as well.
He earned his gloves there.
100%. He managed to clear it. Arsenal defence managed to clear it. But yeah, fantastic save from Ramsdale. That's in moments where a clean sheet can be destroyed, when you've gone throughout the entire game without really any pressure, and in the dying moments, literally 1 minute left, that's when switching off is most likely going to happen. Yeah. But Ramsdale went, we've seen All or Nothing on Prime. We see what happens when Ramsdale don't get his clean sheets. Fucking loses his shit. So
you're in for an earful.
Fucking got it. You got that clean sheet, mate.
You got a clean sheet. Yeah,
very happy to see a quality keeper like that. Being still switched on after 91 minutes of football. It's fucking beautiful stuff, mate.
But it was a case of hot potato, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
That was. Nice. I think they'd have celebrated like they'd have won the game if they'd have got that, because that's how desperate they are. And I wanted Everton to stay up, but now they've got that ginger scrote as manager. I don't want them to stay up. I want them to go down. I know Dean is going to be. There'll be tears if Dean sees this. He won't be watching it. But we've got 42 thumbs up.
Very nice. Thank you, gentlemen and gentle ladies.
We had on the analytics now, it only tells you when you've got 10 new people, 10 new subscribers on the YouTubing. And so ours goes +10, -10, +10, -10. I think sometime in the last month we've had 2 +10s in a row. So if you were one of those +10s, thank you very much indeed. Just updating the website as I do this because I'm multitasking. Right, there you go. I think that's it. That's everything done. We've talked about all of that lot. Anybody got any questions before we go? Oh, yeah, Loki says he feeds his hedgehogs with cat food. Yes, I know. Do not give hedgehogs milk and water. That will cause them bacterial problems in their guts. They don't have milk. They're not milk drinking. Don't give your cats milk either.
No, cats are lactose intolerant. I wouldn't do that. They'd shit everywhere.
Yeah, so don't do that. And don't
if you want to give your cats some milk, at least a little bit of lacto-free, but that's it. Shouldn't be a thing.
Where was I? So Jimmy H says, rumours have it that after that result, Chris is running naked around Bournemouth. I mean, it's quite a run from Plymouth, but I mean, he is a runner and he is.
Yeah, it's not close. It's not close.
Sonic.
Plymouth is near Wales.
Yes, I want them. Oh, Waffle. It keeps moving. Waffles says, I want them to stay up. Pool fans would be way too happy if they went down. Nobody wants to happy Liverpool fans.
I agree.
That is a bloody good point.
That's a great point. I hate the Scousers. Hate them.
Peter says, so happy for Rambo's clean sheet. He embodies the Arsenal this season.
Yeah.
Boy 10 says we're winning the league.
Yeah,
so Nicholas, Ramsdale only one clean sheet behind Pope. Yeah.
Come the fuck on. 11. I want him to get golden gloves, man. I really want him to get gold gloves.
Yeah, it's like we got that in Petr Cech's first season with us.
We did. It was a shared, wasn't it? It was shared, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was with maybe De Gea.
Maybe.
Don't know. Give hedgehogs slices of duck fed on bread and water. That doesn't make sense. Jack says he loves us. Cheers, Jack. Again, my favourite formation, 4-3-4-3 with 2 goalkeepers. Lovely. Boy 10 says, does Saka get into the Invincibles team? Forget if I asked you, lads, or not. You know, I've already taken one player out of the Invincibles team. I took Freddie out and put in Sanchez and swapped Sanchez and Perez's wings because Bobby was dual-footed. And could we take out Sanchez and put in Saka? Or would you take out Freddie and put in Saka?
I will Tord.
No.
Maybe.
No. I mean, he was good, but no. I don't think that'd be allowed. I think there'd be problems.
Would there be problems? Sometimes you got to make those tough decisions.
Words would be bad.
Freddie's generally the one who always gets fucking shout on first.
But he wasn't there long enough, and he only really did it for 2.5 seasons, maybe 3.
But he looked great in a pair of Calvin Kleins.
Well, that is true. Avon says, I want Chelsea to flirt with relegation. You may well come true. Pete, Alka-Seltzer to pigeons. No, behave yourself. Data's giving us all a big kiss and up the Arsenal. Ryan is here from the Mr. Arsenal podcast, a fine podcast. Go and give him a listen. He does watch-alongs for nearly every game and the women's game. This has been the perfect evening if you're a goon. A huge win and the Spuds get knocked out of the pup. Yes, indeed, Ryan. So Nicholas says in 5 years we'll have to put Saka in, maybe less than 5.
If he's still at Arsenal in 5 years, 1,000,000%. And if he keeps going the way he's going, mate,
yeah,
I think world class is on the cards.
Jimmy says, Danny, remember I asked would Eddie scored by the time Jesus came back, and he might be 2 for 2 on this after my Lacquer comment last year. He said, would Lacquer score before the end of the season? And it was about 10 games to go, maybe even more, and Saka didn't score. So will Eddie score before Jesus comes back?
I don't think so. I don't think he gets much of a sniff in the team anymore. I think he'll play Europa. Are we talking about the league, or are we talking about all games in general? Because he will score goals in the Europa League.
Well, yeah, Sporting aren't that great a team, are they?
No, but I think that's a pass. I think we're going to go all the way to the final.
Pete is trying to ruin our evening. This is the last question. He says, depressed question. How long will it take for Barcelona to come in and rip Arteta from us?
I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing as much people think it is. I think Xavi's doing. Have you seen how well Barcelona are doing right now in the La Liga?
They're top of the league, aren't they?
They're fucking fantastic right now. They're playing some great football. They're cutting back on the books and stuff, and they're making a lot of changes. And they've got a lot of young, great players like Fati and Pedro. Pedro, can't remember his name. Fati and the others. Pedri, thank you, Pedri. Yeah, they look great. I don't see Xavi being replaced. I think it's a question of whether Xavi's going to be replaced. I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Yes, but they will need a striker because Lewandowski is now 34, 35, something like that. So
they need a striker.
Replacing soon. Right, people. Barcelona couldn't afford him, says Ryan. Mr. Waffles, I don't think Arteta would go. Maybe I'm delusional. We live in Portland. I'd be delusional. I'd be off my tits. Boy, Ted says Arteta is actually a fan of Arsenal. I don't think he would have moved away all that easily if he was going to be good. And Sir Nicholas says, I don't know why, but I love your defiance in pronouncing Kiora's name.
Kivior.
Let's final quote from Rudy. Mikel Arteta on the game. Quote, once we scored first, the game unlocked. We needed a magic moment, and Bukayo produced that. After that, we grew and deserved to win the game.
Agreed.
Obviously, he doesn't live in Portland. As far as I'm concerned, top left is Portland. I don't care. I've told you that's where you're living, and you're not allowed to move. Right, there you go. So that's it. We're all done. Thank you very much, Deac, for joining us this afternoon, tonight, this morning. It's one of those three. I think we will be doing a show on Saturday, the Bournemouth game. I can't see unless anything goes wrong. So that'll have to be
kick-off, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'll be probably watching that in bed. So I'll let you know on the Saturday. But are you free Saturday?
Of course.
Lovely jubbly. I will be getting someone for the preview show, which will be on Friday, because I'm not getting up at the crack of dawn to do this. I was up at 1:30 today. God, it's ridiculous. So we will see you. Oh, here we go. Got another quote from Rudy. Everton boss Sean Dyche on Arsenal, quote, "In the second half, they showed what a side they are. You look at Arsenal's work ethic. They knew because they came to Goodison and we put in a shift and protected our lead. They responded. The top teams learn." Not having that. I'm not having him being nice. Scumbag. We just spent the last hour moaning about it. Kiss my ass. Your southern northern Jesse with your fake gruff ginger voice. You can kiss my ass. Right, we're going to go and we're going to end it on the Anfield 89 outro. And thank you very much, everybody, for watching. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. If you do, I will send you an £8 note in the post. Just leave your bank details in the comments of your passcode, your mother's maiden name and your cat's name, and your favourite 3-digit number, and I will. Me and Colo's cars will empty your bank account. Thank you very much, and we will see you later. Bye bye.
Out it goes to Lee Dixon. Long ball from Lee Dixon. Smith will hold it up. Plays it square to Thomas, and Thomas goes inside Nickel, and Thomas is there, and Thomas has scored for Arsenal in injury time. Michael Thomas has scored for Arsenal. A ball played through the gap. Thomas was there. He held off 2 challenges, kept his head. By my watch, we are 1.5 minutes into injury time, and Michael Thomas may have won the championship for Arsenal.
Fucking hasn't done it properly, has it?